What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. Oh yeah. What's going on, family? I hope you are doing well. So here we are. Day 3. Day 3 in the Chamber Chronicles. What is the Chamber Chronicles? Chamber Chronicles is this commitment that I've made that for the next 6 months, we're going to go live Monday through Friday, hour a day. And here we are. And this is the Chamber Chronicles because we are launching the Inner Chamber, a spiritual deconstruction hub community for those that are deconstructing, those that are asking the questions like, is there more to God than this shouting on a Sunday, going home, coming back, and repeat and rinse, recycle? So if you are in that space, let me know. Comment on this post if that's you. I'm noticing that a lot of people are waking up. It's what the terminology is. And that terminology just simply means I am envisioning something new. My spirit is calling me into something new. So today, I want to just continue this journey of, what's up, Dolly? How are you? I just wanted to continue on this journey of the Chamber Chronicles as we're getting ready to launch the Inner Chamber again, which is a spiritual community for those that are deconstructing, and is a space for those that are maybe on a journey themselves. Good to see you. And so today, as I was pondering like what to really sit with and what to really discuss and talk about today, and I really feel called to just talk about the place of solitude. Man, the place of solitude that one must go on when you deconstruct. Let me say that again. The place of solitude that you must go, the place where you must go when you deconstruct. And if you don't know what deconstructing is, let me just re-clarify. Deconstructing is when you start to question your faith. What you believe, what you was told, what's true, what's not true, what's true for you, how does it resonate, and it's a whole paradigm shift within your entire way of being. And so there is a place that you must go when you first start to ask these questions, and it's called, again, solitude, not isolation. And let me explain to you first the difference between solitude and isolation. Okay. Isolation is more so about people not welcoming you into their space, and you feel that energetic blockage of not belonging. And so isolation, from what I've been taught and what I feel is true, is the idea that you're not included on purpose or whatever that looks like, right? So you feel isolated, like you don't belong, but you want to, right? Listen, it's a little messy. I'm letting it go out. This is the way we're rocking as it's forming, right? It's all over the place. So tomorrow, Friday is a haircut. Listen, we getting a haircut on Friday for sure. So, but solitude is where you take it upon yourself to exclude yourself from things that just don't feel right energetically. You're not feeling it. You just don't want to go. You know you need to be by yourself because you've been giving more than you're receiving. So you intentionally take time for yourself. So when you go on this journey of deconstruction, you must be willing to have the courage to go into solitude. And we'll go into why. Okay, we'll go into why in a minute. And I will say, before we get into the why, it's easier just to take it, because when you are deconstructing, if you are going into a spiritual awakening or to a dark night of the soul, you're going to be forced to. I don't mean to laugh, but I laugh because it was a frustration behind it at first on my journey. Like, why am I not getting the calls? Why am I not being invited? And when I go, I just don't feel right. So it's almost like when you get into this space of questioning everything, spirit, source, creator, however you define it, will put you in this place. Listen, will put you in this place of your life. I just want to be by myself. I just want to be by myself. It's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't love you, but I legit feel the call to be alone. I remember when I first went through my divorce and all these things are coming up, I was okay with being at home. I was okay with not going everywhere. And here's the thing, people were upset. People were bothered. And why can't you, family members? Why can't you, friends? Why can't you? And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So let's get into the reasons why. Okay? First thing I want to say is that when you go into solitude, the reason why you need to do it, the first thing that comes up for me is that you have to figure out what's true for you by discerning and hearing God for yourself. Let's say that again. You have to discern what's true for you. Okay? You have to discern how to hear God for yourself without the outer opinion. Yes, without the opinion of other people. And so solitude requires you to tap in. And that solitude could look like maybe God gives you a book to read and just meditate on. It could really look like stillness to where you don't have anything on. A lot of times when I'm driving now, whether I'm doing Ubering or just driving by myself, I legit just turn off the music. I just turn off the music and I'm okay in the silence. And I have begun to, and was doing it, still doing it, is these questions that just come up. I just let them come up. And I begin to explore, I begin to navigate. Right? But I wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to do that if you have these voices telling you, well, come over here, we're doing this weekend. Well, you know, such and such is getting married this weekend, you should be there. You know, well, we're going to dinner this weekend, you should be, you know. And if you continue to put yourself in these places, oh, that's what's up. If you continue to put yourself in these places that are not allowing you to really hear, then you delay the process and maybe even frustrate the process of figuring out what is it that I believe. What is God saying to me? What is God saying to me? Second thing I want to bring in this conversation is that not only do you hear God for yourself, but you learn how to, secondly, you learn how to create boundaries. You begin to learn how to create boundaries, right? Because now you get to see what feels good for me, because I've learned my own energy, right? But then now I get to navigate, and when I go into your space, if I feel something's off, I'm okay with, I learned to be okay, let me say it that way. I learned to be okay with clocking it. Not to be disrespectful, but I do an internal clocking. So I know, okay, am I safe here? Do I share here? Or do I just show up and figure out how I be in this space now? And so now I'm learning how to create boundaries. But I would not have learned that or really felt or really knew that it was a necessity, right? If I don't take the journey of solitude. Okay? So you have the solitude. Why? So you can learn to hear God, source creators for yourself. Secondly, you learn how to create boundaries, right? And I think in all that, this kind of pushes to the third point I will make is you learn how to enjoy the ebbs and flow of being in the spaces of people, but then enjoying being in the space of your own company. Because there's a thing that when you get into the solitude, you want to learn how to come out. You got to learn how to come out, because what I have found, it could push you into a state of depression, or like nobody wants me, nobody gets me. And it could be that it's now an opportunity for you to learn how to create the spaces and go and explore new things and new ways of being. But that requires the balance and the ebb and flow. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, family, that's what was sitting on my heart this morning as we are trucking along in this process of the chamber experience. I said I was going to order my book yesterday, but I'm going to order my book today so that it should probably take about a week to get here, and then that'll give me an opportunity to go ahead and start teaching from the book for those that want it. If you have not gotten a preview of it, you can go to www.titusglenn.com and you can click on the link to get the book, right? You can click on the link to get the book, and it's a preview of the book. And once it gets in, and you at least have some context or some awareness of what it's about. And it's not just about what it's about. It's a goddamn freaking good tool. I consider it a safe place for you to ask your questions. I consider it a safe place for you to ask your questions. Your questions about God, your questions about who you are, like your boundaries. Are you giving more than you're receiving? So definitely go make sure you check out the link in my profile and just get that, okay? So I think that's all I have for today, family. Like I said, I'm going live Monday through Friday. Thank y'all for coming in the room. Y'all gave me some inspiration today, wholeheartedly. I'm in this space. I don't know how not to be transparent. I think that Titus Glenn is gone, like the cover up. So those that are coming in this live, I appreciate you, because I've been going back and forth whether I should do TikTok, or I'm going to go to TikTok right after this, but really trying to discern if Facebook is the place to bring this type of content, because what I pick up energetically, and y'all let me know, because I could be totally wrong. What I pick up energetically is that Facebook is like that person who is a fly on the wall. But they are like, I agree, but I can't let nobody know that I agree. And I think the irritation in my own learning and in my own growth is that I have wrestled with being around people that don't know how to keep it real. And I'm okay with the questions. I'm okay with Titus, you're not right per se. But I also am aware that there's a demographic of people that are waking up, that are trying to figure out what's happening, because they know internally that something's off and something's not quite right. And so as somebody that's in this space, I'm learning how to balance the areas. See, I'm creating my own boundaries. The areas that I can share wholeheartedly, and the places listen, the silent Nicodemus going to Jesus by night, because you won't say anything on publicly, but you'll inbox me privately, which I'm still okay with. From a growth standpoint, I want to be intentional about where I put my energy. And if this app is not where that is, I'm okay. So I appreciate each and every one of you. But if you are on the journey, be okay with the solitude. Be okay with you not knowing what's really going on. Be okay with you really not even knowing like what you believe anymore. It's okay. I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself in this camera and I'm like, this cut might need to stay a little bit. But I'm sorry, this is just me having more confidence than I used to have. And the gray is graying. And I'm loving it as it's coming. Okay, focus. But this is the I may have ran somebody up. Okay. Sorry. So with all that, start to learn how to protect yourself energetically, even on social media, even in the stillness, even in the all that. So I love y'all. We will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're just going to take this time to really unpack and really just go in, okay? So love y'all, and we're going to sing this and we're going to hop out, okay? It goes to something like this. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Hey. And just in case you really need to know. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back, ayy. I love you back, ayy. I love you back, ayy. I love you back. I love y'all, fam. Talk to y'all.